welcome back to American Graduate Day here on WFYI. I'm Jill Ditmire. We're going to talk a little bit about the special needs that some of our communities help and make to help some of these kids get to school, stay in school, and do the best that they possibly can. And here to discuss that with us, we have Vivian Ashmawi with Communities and Schools of Indiana. Welcome. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
And Routt with School on Wheels. And you know, one thing, Vivian, I like about your group is you kind of have 5 basic needs that you really try to find for kids and their families to help them meet the special needs that they might be facing.
Right. Well, first of all, we feel that all students benefit from a caring adult. And so we help to identify those either through our site coordinators or other community volunteers. And then we recognize that students need to have a marketable skill. They need to be developing their plans for after school, while they're in school, what's meaningful. They have the opportunity to give back. They need to be safe, and we need to also address their health care issues.
And Schools on Wheels does that as well, but in a different way. We're talking about kids who don't have a home, possibly.
Right. Yes. School on Wheels, our mission is to support the education of students whose families are experiencing homelessness. And we actually are celebrating our 15-year anniversary this fall here in the Indianapolis community. We've come a long way in 15 years. Initially, School on Wheels was the 1-hour tutoring program where volunteers come into the shelters and pair up one-on-one with kids, and we make sure those kids get their homework done and feel good about going to school the next day. And we still do that. We have grown, however, and we now support entire families. We offer parent programs. We help families navigate the preschool programs here in our city. And we're even looking at post-program support in that when families, after they become stably housed, they often need some educational support. And so we help out even after they leave shelters. We're just kind of getting into that area. So really, you know, and I'm very happy to say that we have a couple volunteer tutors who were former School on Wheels students.
Wow.
And they, you know, for different reasons, their families had to live in a shelter for some time, and they received our services and went on to graduate from high school and are in college and have come back to give back, and that is pretty powerful. So
I would think that those success stories are common as well.
Right, and I think, you know, what I hear the commonality is the community of support that's created. Families struggle. Classroom teachers care about those kids, and they know that there are challenges and they can't address it alone. And so to be able to encourage the community and giving them meaningful opportunities to meet with our students and our families really gives them the opportunity to have a positive role model, to look at somebody helping them to think about their future and guiding their future. And so I think, you know, that community of support is just so powerful.
And obviously over 15 years, it's changed quite a bit.
It has.
As to what degree of support and from which areas that
Right.
you want your groups to be involved in.
yeah, absolutely. We, you know, I've found that often students just need a little bit of extra support, whether it be with an IEP, students who, you know, need extra resource help at school, or maybe students need help with uniforms. They just don't have the right uniforms or the right school supplies, or maybe they need help academically with a really hard high school class. Whatever it is, often it's just that little piece of the puzzle that is missing, and then programs like ours can hopefully help fill in those gaps.
And obviously you guys have been around for 15 years, but boy, wouldn't it be nice to have your program go away, that we didn't have
that
the
would be our
homeless?
goal.
I mean,
That
you
would
have
be
to
our
balance
goal.
that too,
That's
don't you?
right,
Both
to not
of you.
have this need. That would be our
And
goal.
Communities and Schools next year nationally will be celebrating 40 years. And so obviously there's been a lot of changes, but what's important is to really understand the communities in which you live and to be able to develop services and programs that are individualized, that fit the needs of those communities. And so that's why with communities and schools, it's really important that we have that on-site site coordinator that becomes a member of the school community to be able to build those relationships and then be able to bring, the appropriate services around at the appropriate time.
Yeah, because the appropriate services is the whole key to meeting those special needs, because they're always changing. Well, Vivian and Karen, thank you for sharing your stories with us and with our viewers too. And remember, you can find out how you can help more. You can go to our website. It's amgrad.wfyi.org, and follow us on Twitter too. We're at #AmGradIndy. Stay tuned for more American Graduate Day right here on WFYI.